If Social Security told you your child may qualify and every answer sounds different, stay with me. I'm going to make this simple. You thought this was one phone call, one straight answer. Instead, you got 5 labels: SSI, child benefit, student benefit, adult child disability, survivor. You wait on hold forever. You finally get somebody. And somehow you still hang up more stress than when you started. If that happened to you, you are not missing something. These are different programs with names that sound way too close. Here is the first split that clears up half the confusion. SSI is a needs-based program. This video is not about that lane. This video is about a child's benefit paid on a parent's Social Security record. That can happen when a parent is getting retirement, getting disability, or has died. And in some cases, this is not just a biological child case. It can also involve an adopted child, a stepchild, or a dependent grandchild. So the first question is not, is my child disabled? The first question is, what record are we filing on? When you are dealing with a child's Title II benefit, ask 3 questions. 1. Whose record is this on? 2. What child category fits? Minor child, student age 18 to 19, or adult disabled child before 22. 3. What proof will Social Security want? That is your clean list. That is your home base. And that is how you stop the call from going sideways. Now let's make this real. Dad files for disability on April 19, 2025. DDS says he became disabled on April 19, 2024. A lot of families hear that and think, great, checks start back in April 2024. Not yet. Because April 19th is not the first day of the month. The 5 full waiting months start with May 2024. That means the waiting months are May, June, July, August, and September. So the first possible month of Dad's own disability entitlement is October 2024. Dad's monthly disability amount is $2,000. He has a current wife. They have 3 children under 18 together, age 5, 15, 17, and 7 months. He also has 1 older child from a prior marriage who is still in the high school student lane. Now here's the part families miss. If Dad listed the children on his disability application, that can protect their filing date if their claims are filed timely. So naming the children matters. Now the part almost nobody explains cleanly. On a living parent's record, each child can be due up to half of the worker's amount. But that does not mean every child gets a full half check. The family maximum can cut that down. So for clean math on screen, I am using a teaching example. We will assume the total family maximum here is $3,000. That is not a computed SSA award. That is just for easy teaching. Dad keeps his own $2,000. That leaves $1,000 for auxiliaries. If 4 children are payable at once, that $1,000 gets split 4 ways. That is $250 each. Then 1 child ages out. Now the same pool gets split 3 ways. That is about $333.33 each. Then another child drops off. Now it is $500 each for the 2 who remain. And if only 1 child is left on the record, that child gets the full remaining $1,000 in this teaching example. That is why families get shocked. They hear up to half and think every child gets half. No, they are sharing 1 pool. Now the current wife. Because she has the worker's child in her care who is under 16, she could look at a child in care spouse benefit. But in this example, she is working enough that the earnings test could wipe out or greatly cut any payment, so she does not file right now. Now back to the 17-year-old and the student child. If a child is trying to stay on the record after 18 as a full-time high school student, Social Security uses Form SSA 1372. If the student is no longer full-time, benefits generally stop. This is what families call Disabled Adult Child, or DAC. PALMS also uses Childhood Disability Benefit, or CDB. Same lane here. Social Security is looking for 4 things. This is what families call Disabled Adult Child, or DAC. PALMS also uses Childhood Disability Benefit, or CDB. Same lane here. Social Security is looking for 4 things. Disability before 22. Adult disability now. Not working over SGA, and unmarried status. For 2026, the SGA amount is $1,690 a month for a non-blind claimant and $2,830 if blind. Yes, this person can be in the SSI world and the DAC world, and if someone gets SSI, Social Security can require them to apply for other benefits they may qualify for. So even if the total monthly money does not jump much because SSI can be reduced, the DAC claim still has to be pursued if SSA says they may qualify. And here is another clean fix. There is no separate 5-month waiting period for DAC entitlement. So when the younger kids age out, this adult disabled child can still stay on dad's record if SSA still finds disability and no ending event happens. If the younger kids are gone and the DAC claimant is the only auxiliary left, in this teaching example, he gets the full remaining $1,000 pool. Then if dad later dies, that adult disabled child may move into the survivor lane, where children generally get 75% before any survivor family maximum cut. Dad's widow and, in some cases, an ex-spouse may also have survivor issues, but that is another video. Before you call Social Security, write down 3 lines. 1. What record is this on? 2. What child category is this? Minor child, student, or adult disabled child before 22. 3. What proof do I have ready? Birth or adoption proof, marriage proof if this is a stepchild case, school proof if this is a student case, and the disability forms if this is a DAC case. For child claims, Social Security's own application page points you to SSA 4. For student cases, it points you to SSA 11372. For adult child disability development, it points you to SSA 3368 and SSA 827. And here is the takeaway. If the money is tied to a parent's Social Security record, stop calling it SSI unless it really is SSI. Start with the record, then the child category, then the proof. If you are dealing with this right now, tell me in the comments which lane fits your family: minor child, student, or adult disabled child. And subscribe to Linda's Social Security Guide for clear answers in plain English.